The Defiant is an upcoming first-person shooter set during World War II, specifically focusing on the second Sino-Japanese conflict. Developed by Huthanes, this game offers a unique setting rarely explored in FPS games, with missions inspired by the resistance movement in 1940s China. The gameplay combines intense action and stealth missions, drawing comparisons to Call of Duty World at War. Deliver at All Costs is an action-packed, narratively driven game set in a 1950s-inspired world filled with rock and roll, nuclear fears, and destructible environments. You play as Winston Green, a hot-tempered courier with a mysterious past, navigating a chaotic world where you must deliver strange and dangerous cargo. The gameplay mixes absurd deliveries, like transporting a giant marlin or defusing a bomb, with chaotic, destructible environments that react unpredictably to your actions.
You may be clever, and a good courier even.
Whoa! You gotta be kidding me!
Oh, but I trust you about as much as a penguin trusts a shark as a swimming buddy.
Green Hawk Platoon is a multiplayer first-person shooter where you control plastic toy soldiers battling for supremacy in everyday environments like kitchens, backyards, and bedrooms. Developed by Retro Pixel Digital and published by Microprose, the game offers a unique blend of responsive gunplay and class-based combat. You can choose from various soldier classes such as riflemen, medics, engineers, and more, with vehicles like tanks, jeeps, helicopters, and even planes available to turn the tide in battle.
Enemy aircraft! Hit the dirt! Hope they've got insurance. Whoops! That was easy. That's about time!
Dune Awakening is an open-world survival MMO set on the desert planet of Arrakis, drawing heavily from Frank Herbert's iconic universe. You play as an unnamed character struggling to survive in the harsh environment where water is more valuable than gold and spice is the key to power. The gameplay emphasizes resource gathering, base building, and faction-based PvP combat. Players can explore vast deserts, fend off sandworms, and engage in politics to rise in influence. A Quiet Place. The Road Ahead is an upcoming survival horror game based on the popular movie franchise. Set in a post-apocalyptic world ravaged by deadly alien creatures with heightened hearing, the game follows a young woman as she struggles to survive while navigating both external dangers and personal turmoil. Players will have to use stealth and resourcefulness to avoid making noise, which can attract the terrifying creatures. Alterium is a first-person, asymmetric PvP co-op horror game where 1 to 5 players can choose to play as either the victim or the evil entity. The game features a dark, atmospheric setting with survival mechanics and psychological horror elements. Players must navigate various challenges using their wits and abilities to survive or hunt down others, depending on the chosen role. The game blends cooperative and competitive gameplay modes, providing a tense and immersive experience.
Come on, get up!
Instinction is an action-adventure game inspired by the classic Dino Crisis series developed by Hashbane Interactive. Set in a world where dinosaurs still roam, the game focuses on survival and exploration. It incorporates elements of environmental puzzles, quests, and combat, allowing players to fight and survive against ancient predators while exploring mysterious locations. The game aims to balance action with more intricate storytelling and puzzle solving.
I found them. After all this death, if you had the chance to do it all again,
Alcahest is a medieval fantasy action-adventure RPG developed by Push On. The game combines dynamic melee combat with immersive world exploration. Set in a realistic medieval environment, the gameplay emphasizes interacting with the environment, allowing players to use creative strategies, such as dropping trees on enemies or using alchemy to create various potions and items. The protagonist's journey involves personal drama, political intrigue, and decisions that affect the storyline. Project Z Beyond Order is a first-person co-op zombie shooter set during an alternate World War II scenario. Developed by 314 Arts, the game focuses on Nazi experiments to weaponize zombies on a secret German island. Players assume the roles of a diverse crew of survivors, each with unique abilities, working together to uncover the secrets of the Project Z program. The game offers both a campaign and survival
Start
modes.
together in the hideout, a central hub in the game where you can accept missions, buy, sell and customize weapons, as well as upgrade your character. But that's not all. You also have the option to design your hideout according to your preferences along with your friends, provided that you have found enough resources and blueprints during missions or in free roam mode. We have also put a special emphasis on adding weapons and attachments that existed as prototypes or concepts whenever possible. This gives our alternate universe a fresh twist and offers you the opportunity to constantly discover something new. Plus, it gives you a range of weapons to kill zombies with. Project Z will launch on Steam, Xbox and PlayStation, so wishlist the game today.
Decadent is a first-person story-driven shooter that blends atmospheric exploration with Lovecraftian horror. Developed by Incantation Games, the game focuses on John Lorne, a World War I veteran and occultist, as he embarks on a perilous journey to the Arctic to uncover ancient secrets tied to a lost expedition.
Why would you help me? Oh, just a humble merchant seizing an opportunity. You look like someone who could use my wares. These are dangerous parts after all.
Well, let me see.
Ah, you have a good eye. Top of the line. We'll blow ahead.
You! Here! No! No! What have I done? This is not happening. What is this?
Hell Is Us is a third-person action-adventure game developed by Rogue Factor, blending supernatural elements with a dark post-Civil War setting. Set in a country ravaged by both war and a mysterious calamity, players are tasked with fighting supernatural creatures that cannot be harmed by modern weapons. The game focuses heavily on exploration without traditional aids like maps, quest markers, or compasses, encouraging players to rely on their instincts to navigate and solve puzzles. Acts of Blood is an upcoming beat-em-up action game set in a dystopian version of Bandung, Indonesia. The game emphasizes brutal, fast-paced, hand-to-hand combat with a third-person perspective. Players will take on the role of Hendra, a law student whose life takes a violent turn after his family is murdered by his father's business rival. Seeking justice in a corrupt system, Hendra embarks on a path of vengeance. War of Rights is a multiplayer game set during the American Civil War, specifically focusing on the Maryland campaign of 1862. Developed by Campfire Games, it aims to deliver an authentic historical experience with large-scale battles and immersive team-based gameplay. Players can engage in battles with up to 350 participants, taking on roles like infantrymen or artillery crew, and are encouraged to form tactical line formations for optimal gameplay.
Feel free to crouch down to steady your shots. Steady with your shot. Take 3 to 5 seconds. Wait for the wave to stop before you fire your shot. Hey, kill that fucking Confederate. It feels so weird to say that.
Yankees! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Good shooting. Hard right into the woods. Hard right into the woods. Southwest. Move southwest. Let's go. Hard into the woods. Keep it moving southwest.
The Lost Wild is an upcoming first-person survival horror game developed by Great Ape Games. Set in a prehistoric world filled with dinosaurs, the game focuses on survival, exploration, and stealth. Players are stranded in a hostile, dinosaur-infested wilderness and must use their wits to evade and survive. Non-lethal tools, such as fire, are used to scare off these creatures, and players must carefully observe their behaviors to survive. Budget Repairs is a unique simulation game where you take on the role of a construction worker in Poland during the 1990s. The goal is not to create high-quality renovations, but rather to maximize profit by cutting as many corners as possible. The game features humorous scenarios, such as fixing electrical wiring that shorts out entire buildings or using duct tape to hold a roof in place. It brings a light-hearted, comedic twist to the renovation genre. Age Chronicles is the upcoming action RPG sequel developed by XL Games and published by Kakao Games. Set in the rediscovered land of Aurora, players embark on adventures filled with exploration, crafting, and large-scale raids. The game expands upon the mechanics of its predecessor, offering new locations, refined combat systems, and dedicated housing zones where players can build and customize homes. A Silent Desolation is a solo survival adventure game set in a post-apocalyptic version of Earth, centuries after humanity's departure. Developed by SHK Interactive, this game focuses on exploration, resource management, and crafting as you attempt to repair an ancient shuttle launch base in hopes of escaping the desolate planet. The game's environment is rich with challenges such as radiation zones, shifting anomalies, and deadly weather conditions like acid rain. We Harvest Shadows is an upcoming emotional first-person narrative game developed by David Whale, blending farming simulation with psychological horror elements. Players take on the role of Garrett, a man who has exiled himself to an abandoned farm after a series of traumatic events. While tending to the farm and performing daily tasks such as growing crops and maintaining livestock, players must also deal with unsettling supernatural occurrences that escalate throughout the game. Is a complete reimagining of the beloved 2001 action RPG Gothic. Developed by Alchemia Interactive and published by THQ Nordic, the game invites players to return to the Valley of Mines, a brutal environment ruled by convicts, wild creatures, and dangerous factions. In this new version, players will step back into the role of the nameless hero, surviving through a modernized combat system and an expanded world filled with new secrets and challenges.
You decide when and where you go next. Meet numerous interesting characters, understand their inner motivations, and earn their respect by completing a series of elaborate quests. How you solve or handle their problems depends entirely on your choices. No matter when, in what order, or if you do anything